Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and the monthly news roundup that I do together with Alex from Star Wars Explained, covering everything Star Wars that has happened in the last month. Star Wars gaming news in February has been very slow and has mostly revolved around simply waiting and being patient. But as for Battlefront 2 news, first of all, the design director Dennis Branval wanted to break the silence a bit and respond to some of the community's concerns, since there has been a lack of official communication from DICE and EA, and it did confirm a lot of good things coming to the game, such as the fact that maps from the previous game will be added in upcoming patches, and that they are prototyping a conquest style game mode that will hopefully be coming to the game in the future. And a conquest game mode is obviously something that a lot of people have been hoping for. And a new patch was released for Battlefront 2 in February, patch 1.2, which brought in a lot of welcome hero balancing that balanced pretty much every hero in the game. On top of that, they also added a limited time jetpack cargo game mode that you can currently play on Mos Eisley, where everyone is playing as jetpack troopers. The patch also included 6 more arcade maps, increased duplicate star card payout, as well as 3 new Hoth appearances for Leia, Luke and Han that will be available through limited time challenges that will hopefully be arriving sometime soon. The full list for patch 1.2 is quite massive, so if you're interested in that, check it out on the Battlefront 2 forums. March is hopefully going to be the big month for Battlefront 2 because they did promise us that we will get to know more about the progression system update in March, and it's also very likely that we will get Season 2 news as well. So hopefully I will have more details for you next month regarding that. In Galaxy of Heroes news, a Shadow of Malachor event went live in February, as well as a quality of life update that was released on the last day of February. A little bit earlier in the month, they also had a Road Ahead post where they gave us a couple of updates on what we can expect during February and beyond. So if you're interested in getting a deeper look into the future of Galaxy of Heroes, I would recommend checking that post out on the EA Star Wars website. And now over to Alex and the Star Wars canon and movie news.
Thanks, Elliot. Let's start with Solo, because we finally got a Super Bowl TV spot and a teaser for the movie. We don't know much about the plot yet, but I personally really enjoyed what we've seen so far. Alden was my biggest fear going in, and I have yet to see anything from him to continue feeling that way. Hopefully we get a full trailer soon. Along with the teasers, we got new posters featuring a number of the characters, as well as one with all of them. They all feel very unique for a Star Wars movie, like old Western posters, which matches the filmmaker's description of the film as part Western, part noir. Lucasfilm also announced a number of new tie-in books for the film. Last Shot will tell the story of Han and Lando over 3 separate eras following the same overall plot. It seems a lot like the old Han Solo and Lando Calrissian adventures from Legends. Most Wanted will follow Han and Kira as they grow up, presumably on Corellia. A comic about Lando called Double or Nothing will take place right before the film, and of course we'll be getting a new visual guide and art of book, as well as a number of books for younger readers. Ron Howard announced that Jon Favreau would be voicing an alien character in Solo, and later Favreau tweeted a picture of that 4-armed monkey thing, so that's likely who he'll be playing. We've also seen a new toy from the movie, the Arrestor Cruiser, inspired by some original concepts for the Star Destroyer. Moving on to Episode 9, it was announced that Paul Inglis, famous for his work in Blade Runner 2049, Skyfall, Children of Men, and more, will be the supervising art director for the next film in the Skywalker saga, which means if nothing else, this movie is probably going to look phenomenal. J.J. Abrams appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and simply confirmed that the movie has a finished script and they will begin shooting at the end of July. Heading into new movie news, Lucasfilm announced that David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, the showrunners for Game of Thrones, will be writing and producing a new series of Star Wars films. We don't know anything else about their movies except that they will be separate from the Skywalker saga and Rian Johnson's trilogy. I still find it interesting that it's a series and not a trilogy or any set number, but it's hard to speculate on exactly what that means without more information. Finally, for movies, The Last Jedi home release date has been announced for March 13th on digital release and Blu-ray on March 27th. It'll have 14 deleted scenes, an audio commentary, a feature-length documentary, and more. We're also getting a comic adaptation of The Last Jedi written by Gary Whitta. It'll be coming out this May with art by Michael Walsh. Stepping away from movies, Disney CEO Bob Iger confirmed that more than one Star Wars show is in development for the upcoming Disney streaming service. The actual quote said, "a few. We already know there's a live-action series on the way, and I bet the new animated series will premiere there as well." We don't know much more, but Iger did say that the level of talent will be significant. I don't know exactly what that means. It's not like he was going to say everyone involved will be a huge disappointment. The streaming service is supposed to launch in 2019, so we'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of that animated series, it's possible it could be called Star Wars Resistance. Lucasfilm recently filed the trademark for that name and all media surrounding it, including things like books and games and toys, basically the same stuff that Star Wars Rebels was trademarked for. There's no official word on that, but it makes sense.
Thank you, Alex. If you guys haven't checked out Alex's channel already, make sure to head over there for everything you need in terms of movie lore, Rebels, and basically everything a Star Wars fan could need. You can find a link to his channel in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.